Hello, my YouTube friends. You don't need to be monetized to take donations on your live streams. All you need is a PayPal account, and there are really cool widgets that you can use to encourage donations as well. Today, I'm gonna show you a couple of good ones. So let's get to it. If you're always looking for tools, tips, and tricks that can help make you a better YouTuber, subscribe to the channel and click that bell so you don't miss any new content. There are 2 free locations for adding widgets to your streams: Streamlabs and Streamelements. Let's start with the Streamelements donation widget. Here we are in Streamelements, and if I go down here to tipping settings on the left-hand side, it brings me right up to the tip page that's created, and you can make this however you want it to look. But we're gonna go into tipping settings, and you can see you put your PayPal account in here, and you can set up all these presets, the minimum amount, all that kind of stuff. You can go in here and design your tipping page as well. And there's the tipping panel setup and tip moderation. So you can go in here and set this up so someone's not giving you their entire life savings and all that kind of stuff. But it's really simple and easy to set up tipping on Streamelements. In order to add tipping to your actual live stream, we're gonna go over to My Overlays. We're gonna create a blank overlay, and we're going to set this to the size of our stream. In my case, it's 1920 by 1080. Then I'm gonna click Add Widgets, and you can see there's a whole bunch here. The one we're gonna choose is Hype Cup, and you just go to alerts and you expand it out and click on it. And one of the default ones comes up. In this case, because it's Christmas time, the Santa comes up. You can move this around to anywhere you want on the stream. And you can see on the left-hand side, it has checked which alerts you wanna see with your tip cup: subscriptions, tips, memberships, super chats. You can just uncheck those. But the tip alert, there you go. You can go in here and you can see at the top, it gives you an alert message, and there's all kinds of different default ones that you can select or modify. I find that these work pretty good, so I'm just gonna leave them. Now you can slide this to show the event message, which you're probably gonna wanna do. People type witty things in there. It's nice to see it on the screen. You can also use the entire screen for the cup, and this kind of puts it right in the middle of the screen. It can be somewhat annoying, so you probably wanna place it on your own. You can show the wireframes, which will show you kind of the outline of the area where the coins are collected. Here you can reload the cup or empty it, all that kind of stuff right here. And you'll see more about how that works later on. When your cup gets full or something like that, you might want to empty it out. Here you could go in and change the cup that you want to use. And there is all kinds of different selections. These are really pretty cool. Lots and lots of different cups that you can select. I'm just going to keep the Santa Claus cup for now and put him down here in the bottom right-hand corner. And I'm gonna go ahead and save my overlay. And I'm just gonna call it whatever it is. This one is the donation cup. And then I'm gonna copy this link out of the top bar here. And I'm gonna go into OBS. And I'm gonna click the plus under sources in the scene I'm working on. And I'm gonna go to browser. And I'll just call this donation cup and click OK. Then I'm going to paste that URL in here. And I'm gonna make it 1920 by 1080. So it's the same size as my actual broadcast. You can add control audio via OBS. If there's audio in the clips, it will play. And refreshing the current page is always a good idea. Once I click OK, our Santa Claus is loaded up right there. Look at that. Looks pretty good. Looks like he's supposed to be there. So now if I go in here and I go to emulate, we can test our widget. And I just have to select an event, and we're gonna try tipping. We'll do the $10 tip, and I flip over, and there you see. It's popping in there. It looks great. That's a big bag. Santa can collect a lot of tips. We're gonna go in here, and we're going to try a $50 and see what that looks like. We'll flip back over into OBS, and there it goes. That collects in. You can see it kind of bumps the other one out. These always create really fun and cool animations, but if you notice, there's no actual text here. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go to change the cup here. We're gonna change it to that one, and we'll save that, and we'll just pop over. You can see it changes immediately in our scene, and we'll exit out of here, and let's try seeing what this looks like. There we go. Looks pretty good. Now I like to have the text on my things so that when people type stuff, we can see it. So I'm gonna go over here to the left, and I'm gonna click show event message. and we're gonna save that, and then I'm gonna just test another one so you can see what it looks like when the event message comes across, and there you go. It types whatever the person typed in as their message, and then it drops the coin right at the end. Pretty awesome. So you can see it's really easy to set up your Streamelements for the cup. Takes only a couple of seconds. Pretty easy and totally cool. Now, let's take a look at the Streamlabs donation widget. Here we are in Streamlabs, and to set up donations, all we need to do is go down here to settings, and you can see it automatically comes in here. You're going to want to put your PayPal account in here. You can use credit cards or a couple of other options in here to set up to take donations on your streams. And you can customize the web page that people find when they go to donate by clicking here, and you can see it brings up this page. You can customize all kinds of stuff, have a message or a video or stuff like that that will play. It's really super easy to customize how people can donate to you on Streamlabs. So let's go in and set this up. If I click all widgets, we just scroll down here and select the jar. You can see that this looks pretty similar to the Streamelements one. We have, a bunch of different cups that we can add. You have your enabled events, so we can get tips and subscribers and sponsors and super chats all up here. If you don't have one of those things, you can just uncheck it. It's no problem. You can select whichever cup or jar that you want. And if you scroll down, you can see some different settings. We can set up minimum, maximum tip, that kind of stuff. We can set up the icons that we want to use for each of the donations. You can change the media to whatever you want to change it to. It's pretty cool. It's really easy to do. If I select all files or images down here in the stock ones, it shows you ones that they already have set up for you to use. So if you were using something like a donation, it could be these little packages down here at the bottom you could definitely use. I usually just keep it set on the coins, which is always nice. Now you'll notice down there at the bottom there is a save settings, and if you change anything, you're going to want to click that save settings before you copy the link out. Otherwise, you never know what exactly is going to show up in your live stream. So let's copy this out, and of course you saw I didn't save the settings, so you're going to notice that when it pops in here, it's a completely different jar than the one I just set up. We're going to click plus under sources and go to browser. We're going to name it jar donation, and we'll paste it in the URL. We don't really need to change any of the other settings. We're going to use control audio via OBS, and we're going to refresh the current page and click OK, and you can see it pop in there. That's not the one we selected, so let's just change that up. And there we go. Now we're going to go in and we're going to test it by clicking tips and donations, and you can see this is glitching for some reason. It shows us the text, and it's definitely dropping something because you see it bounce around in the cup, but it's not actually showing us the coin. And sometimes this will happen, especially with Streamlabs widgets. I don't know why it happens, but I can probably come back in a half an hour and it'll work just fine. So just keep that in mind. This is how you set it up, and usually it's going to work properly. For whatever reason today, it just decided it didn't want to drop regular coins. I probably could have changed the actual default to something else and it would have dropped it just fine, but for whatever reason, the coin images just weren't showing up today. So I don't know. I can't explain it, but it works basically exactly the same as Streamelements. In my opinion, the Streamelements widgets seem to be much more reliable, and so that's why I use Streamelements widgets in my live streams, but I want to make sure that I show you guys the options and also the kind of things that can happen when you use some of the other widgets. And now you've seen it. I hope you use these widgets to make yourself some money on your live stream. What live streaming videos would you like to see? Let me know in the comments. And if you want to know what the best plugins are for your live stream, you should check this video out right here. Are you always looking for tools, tips, and tricks that can help make you a better YouTuber? Then subscribe to the channel. My name is Michael Fire Jr. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great day, and I'll see you in the next one.